Boston is up next. Am I right? Did I
You
get it?
are.
I think the only two options here, well, I guess you can go with Robert Williams, but I just feel like maybe I'm too harping too much on how NBA Twitter has zoomed into him. I went with Payton Pritchard. So a sophomore. He generated some fringe all rookie buzz last year because of how well he shot from three. In Summer League, he was amazing. He looked so much more comfortable operating off the dribble. He had some sort of just dipsy do misdirection handles, was comfortable throwing up ultra deep threes off the bounce or off the catch. And when you kind of look at how Boston's roster is set up now, okay, great. They signed Dennis Schroeder for a discount, but you lost Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier, one of your primary playmakers, if not who's supposed to be your primary playmaker in Kemba, and then one of your secondary ball handlers, replacing them with Dennis Schroeder, like that's a big friggin' to me. And so you're gonna need, I still think, someone else to step up in that role aside from Tatum, Smart, Al Horford's there, of course, too. I mentioned Dennis Schroeder. I think there's going to be a real opportunity there, and he will hustle on defense. I do not agree with anyone that was calling him White Kyrie at Summer League. That happens, I guess, when you're a Celtics fan and drunk off your ass. But there was really just like a lot of directionality to his offensive game on the break in the half court. This is someone who if you ask me to peg his ceiling in the NBA, I have no idea. But just the way he was handling the ball and the comfort with which he was maneuvering in and out of traffic, I'm going to be watching him closely next year. And I'm just wondering whether he will actually get the opportunity. My guess is he does, just because I think the Celtics have to default to rolling the dice on someone. And if you're asking me to choose between who plays more minutes next year between Aaron Nesmith, Romeo Langford, and Payton Pritchard, I'm going to go with Pritchard.
So I want to preface this by saying that we did not share any of our picks beforehand. So we genuinely don't know how in sync we're going to be here, but we are now 2 for 2 because I also thought about Robert Williams III and decided that I just don't think it's scalable enough. Like, yeah, he's going to be dominant in these small doses, but if you're going to break out, that has to happen in 25 to 30 minutes a game. And I just don't know that, given how much he relies on spurts and the extreme bursts of athleticism and the full hustle plays, that it's fully scalable. And that's fine. Like, Nerlens Noel has carved out a valuable role doing exactly that. And I think that's the kind of ceiling we're looking at for Williams here, which is not an insult. So Pritchard was my choice as well. I think it's easy to forget about him since he's behind Marcus Smart, since he's presumably behind Dennis Schroeder, at least to start the season in the rotation. But he was already so steady in so many areas as a rookie and did not thrive in the area that he dominated most at Oregon. He was just a hell of a pick and roll player. He showed so much passing chops. He showed the ability to make shots in so many different situations. But as a rookie, per synergy, he only shot 39.4% out of ball screens. He only made 28.9% of his pick and roll pull-up jumpers. Hashtag to friend of the pod, Adam Spinella, for that. If that even regresses close to his mean, that's already a ton of growth in and of itself. So the reason I'm calling him a breakout is because I think he's going to start the season as the third guard in that rotation between Smart and Schroeder. He's going to finish at first or second. And I don't know that there are that many players in Boston who have that much opportunity to make significant rotational strides this season. Like, yeah, you can look at Aaron Nesmith, Romeo Langford, maybe Grant Williams, but probably not to the extent that Pritchard can improve where he stands within the organization.
Yeah, and so quickly, if anyone can hear the rain being pelted in by the window I'm at, I apologize. And if you also heard the National Weather Warning.
I don't hear it at all.
Yeah, it is wild weather here right now. It's rained like 4 inches in the last hour. So apologize if anyone heard that. A note on Williams quickly. If he is playing 25 to 30 minutes of a game, that's also great. And yet it means that Al Horford's probably playing too much power forward at the same time. So I'm totally with you there as well. And Pritchard's season is going to be fascinating. I don't even know, so you're saying that he's going to be, I guess we're assuming Schroeder and Smart start, and that's what you mean by the third guard. So yeah, and then we won't have Jalen Brown. I'm with you there. And so that will have the opportunity that we talked about.